Hi everyone, I'm Juliana and this is Chair Yoga Flow. So we're going to be seated on our chair most of the time. You're going to need a massage ball or a tennis ball. As we start this, perhaps a block and a strap. So as we start, we're going to start to press the ball firmly under the sole of the foot to the heel. And as we exhale, soften and bring it back to your toes. Inhaling and exhaling. Go at your own pace, just starting to connect the breath and the movement, being a little bit more mindful and bringing awareness to the sensations in the bottom of the foot. Just by drawing the awareness to the present moment, to these sensations, it's going to start to quiet your mind. We're going to leave the ball on the ball of the foot and start to play with the toes by gripping, flaring. And then from this, we're going to move that ball from the pinky toe side to the big toe mound. Just doing that a few times, starting to feel that release. The pressure is yours to add or subtract on your own here. You can always add more, pushing more, or softening if it feels too intense. We're going to move it to the arch, inner arch, outer arch. Noticing the sensations there. And then we're going to move it closer to the heel. So now the ball of the foot becomes your anchor, finding that stability. And as you come to your heel, moving it a little side to side, like you had a high heel shoe. And when it's right for you, we're going to slowly bring it down. And notice the difference between right and left. You might even feel that one leg feels a little bit longer, more grounded, supported. We're going to do the same practice on the other side. So when you're ready, as you press into the ball of the foot, you move it to your heel. And as you exhale, soften and roll it back to the toes. So just a few of these strokes to start to loosen it up, waking up the sensations on the bottom of the foot. It's a good practice for balance, arthritis, plantar fasciitis, even helping with neuropathy on the feet. I'm going to bring the ball, the ball to the ball of the foot. And here you start to do that little gripping with your toes, right? So you can grip, you can flare, inhaling and exhaling. And start to roll pinky toe to big toe mound. Noticing the sensations there. And perhaps you start to add a little bit more onto the arch, inner arch and outer arch. So taking your time to move it, a little bit more awareness with mindfulness, with purpose, really bringing awareness to the sensations where you need it more or less. And then start to come closer to the heel. And again, the ball of your foot becomes your anchor here, so you can put more weight and more. And then as you exhale, release and start to feel again, both feet grounding, supported. And as you stay behind your chair now, just using the chair for support, we're just going to roll to the balls of the feet, perhaps lifting the heels slightly. And as you exhale, dropping the heels, rolling back and lifting the toes. It's a small movement just to waken up and even things a little bit more. And you start to get more into the ankles as well, into the calves, up, flexing, and down, being light on the chair, almost feeling that there's a string attached to the top of your head that pulls you up as you lift those heels, and as you exhale, softening and releasing. And then finding that stability in the center. Take a nice deep breath in, and perhaps a big sigh. Just feeling that weight releasing down. And we're going to just move to the chair. So here, as you sit on your chair, perhaps you have the block close by, the strap close by. As we're working a little bit more with shoulders and chest openings today, I'm going to have the block or between the ankles here to find that stability and grounding, or you can put the block already between your inner legs. Find the one that works better for you, but really feeling that contact, that grounding. As we inhale, we roll the heads of the shoulders up and exhale down and back. Let's try that once again. Inhaling and a big sigh, letting go. If it's comfortable for you, perhaps even closing your eyes. Just feeling your body rooting down, grounding through your feet, fully supported. As you feel that support of the earth, giving you the sense of safety, well-being, belonging, you can start to let go a little deeper. And the sit bound supported by the chair, allowing you to relax, not only through the legs, but also the spine, lengthening up. As the crown of the head rests over the heart over the hips. Everything's stacked up nicely, so it's easy to hold without too much effort. Relaxing around the eyes, softening the cheeks and the jaw, perhaps even moving your jaw a little side to side. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and neck. We've been grinding the teeth without noticing. And then there's release of the shoulders, the elbows, and fingertips. The heart feels light and open. Open to the new possibilities and positive things to come. As we start a new moon, new beginnings. So shedding anything that no longer serves you, creating space for new and positive things to come. Just like the moon changes constantly, reminds us that changes are always there present and allows us to grow, to flourish, to feel stronger. And as you let go of things that no longer suits you with your next big sigh, you start to feel more present. With the stillness of your body, you start to notice the movement of the breath, perhaps bringing one hand to the belly, the other one to your chest, and noticing the breath moving in and moving out, like waves on a shore. Exhaling, softening, releasing, and letting go. As you continue to follow the waves of the breath, moving in and out, like waves on a shore, the breath naturally starts to deepen. The mind starts to quiet. A reminder that we can always come back to the breath whenever we need, whenever there's too much tension, stress, drama, anxiety, your breath is always there for you. Let it be your anchor to the here and now, where we can find a little bit more quiet and peace. With your next inhale, bringing both hands to your heart. And as you inhale, breathing in the light and gratitude of being here today, of taking time from your busy schedule to take care of yourself. And in this light, plant the seed of your intention, your heart's deepest longing in this moment. And feeling that intention settling in. And we're going to start here with the chest. We're going to come into Durga breathing, 3-part breathing. Just allowing your hands to stay closer to your collarbones. You can remain with your eyes closed. Inhale, breathe all the way to the tops of your hands. And as you exhale, soften. Again, inhale all the way up to the top, collarbones. And exhale, soften. Perhaps keeping one hand on the chest and the other one slides to the side ribs. Inhale into your chest. Inhale into your side ribs and back. And then exhale, ribs and chest. Again, inhale into the chest, into the ribs. Feel it expanding, fingers spreading. And exhale, ribs to chest. The hands on the ribs slides to the belly. Breathe into your chest. Breathe into your ribs. Breathe into the belly like a balloon. And as you exhale, empty it from the bottom up, belly, ribs, and chest, integrating chest, ribs, and belly, 3-part breathing. Exhale, belly, ribs, and chest. And doing one more on your own. Feel the breath lifting, expanding, top to bottom. And exhaling, bottom to top. And with your next breath, just bringing both hands to your chest. Let the breath return fuller, deeper. So as we practice initially, breath awareness can be a great way to calm the mind, or using a pranayama, breath control, as we did today, to bring you present and focus. And as we start here with the hands on the heart and the chest, we're going to tap the sternum. So right beneath the sternum there on your chest bone is your thymus gland, which is important for your immune system. We're just activating it, increasing a little bit more energy, especially in this season where flu is so high and there's a lot of sick people around. You might just boost your immune system here, right? Just giving it a little bit more. We're going to trace those fingers closer to the collarbones all the way up. This is that closer to your shoulders, right beneath the collarbones. That is your lung meridian, which is what in yoga we consider the energy, the prana. And from here, we're going to trace our fingers from the shoulders to the sternum. And you can take one hand at a time, or you can use both. Okay. And just doing that one more time. Beautiful. And now from here, just taking your hands under your armpits and give it a tap there. And this is an area, there's also a lot of lymph nodes helping with your immune system. And we're just going to bring the hands from under the chest to that thoracic duct and up. Good. Helping with that lymphatic flow. Beautiful. And perhaps one more. And from this, we're going to move our hands closer to our neck and just giving yourself a little self-neck massage here as you move your head, tracing from that occipital bone, the back of the skull, side of the neck, down to the sternum, right? We're moving in that direction. And again, you can move the head a little side to side, feeling a gentle traction. And when you do these lymphatic massages, it's almost like the pressure is like you're putting lotion on your body. Excellent. Then we're going to move our hands closer to our earlobes and just giving a little traction here as you pull into your earlobes. And we're going to start to do a little pinching around those earlobes all the way up and around, getting all these nice acupressure points in your ears. You're moving around. We're going to start to move it closer to the jaw. So moving into the back where you might feel that you're grinding your teeth, you can let the jaw open slightly. Circling. Perhaps you circle it the other way, just feeling the way that feels more comfortable for you here. And then taking your fingers, you can, like you're getting a facial, you're going to tap onto your cheekbones. We're going to tap it around. We're going to start to tap also up around onto the temples and up and over those eyebrows. A good one for sinuses, headaches, right? And also helping with the circulation. And then we're going to tap right there in the middle of your eyebrows, your third eye. This is a pressure point that's used in acupuncture and acupressure for stress and anxiety. Just helping it to calm down. You can take one finger tapping two, or just holding there into a little pressure if that's what you prefer. And then we're going to take those fingertips and just continue to tap onto the forehead, helping with circulation, your immune system. And eventually we're going to tap all onto the crown of the head. This is your seventh chakra, that connection with you and the universe, just feeling completely connected. It's a very important point in Chinese medicine. And from this point, we're going to slowly take our fingers into our scalp. And just like you're getting a nice hair massage and getting shampooed here, and it's okay if things get a little messy. Nobody can see, but you can see my messy hair. That's okay too. You're just this is really nice to calm the body help with circulation in your immune system, at the same time getting more oxygen into your brain. Just feel how relaxing this can get. Take one more breath in. And with your next exhale, let your arms reach up to the sky. You're going to roll your wrists and you're going to flick your fingers, roll the wrists and flick the fingers. And with those arms up, again, it's a nice one that helps with circulation in your immune system here, that drainage down. We're going to help a little bit more by taking the left hand to the right and again, brushing that arm down. It's going to go under the armpit, which we passed before, up to that thoracic duct. And then again, we're going to do the same thing onto the other side, brushing it down under the armpit, all the way up to your sternum. And try that one more time on each side. Again, that pressure is like you're putting lotion on your body. And last one. Beautiful. And with your next inhale, feel those arms reaching up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to drop that left ear to the left shoulder. Let your right arm drop here and give it a little releasing of that hand. Perhaps you move the head a little side to side and just feeling more release into the side of the neck and the shoulders. And as we exhale, we're going to roll the chin into the chest, relax that arm. And with your next inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the right hand to the left ear. And you relax it here. You can give it a little wiggle of the hands. You can play slightly with the angle of the head. Just feeling free to explore with kindness, curiosity, and no judgment. There's no right or wrong. You're moving in a way that feels right for you. With your next exhale, release that hand down. Bring your chin into your chest. As you inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, you bring those blessings to your heart. We pause here with the hands in front of the heart. Breathe in that light and gratitude for being here today, taking time to take care of yourself. Feel that in your heart, planting your seed of your intention, your heart's deepest longing in this moment. Remembering it, breathing it, letting it grow and flourish. And as we exhale, just like bowing the head to the heart, locking the fingers, and just pushing your hands slightly out. A little stretch into the back, stretch into your wrists. We're going to start to take those hands up and up. Any point that you need to release your hands, you can. Hug that block. Feet are grounded, hips are grounded. Beautiful. And then we're going to let that left hand drop down, right arm goes up and over. Play with that shoulder and the elbow, getting a little bit more opening through the side body, range of motion here. Pause with that hand behind the head. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, dial your right elbow any small amount back, exaggerating the breath into the right. Take one more breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to push with that left hand and find a twist over to the right. As you inhale, lift to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, revolve belly, chest, and shoulders slightly back. The inhalation takes you up. And the exhalation perhaps takes you a little deeper. As we inhale, we're going to take both arms up to the sky. Reach up, rise. And as we exhale, we cactus our arms, opening the heart, getting a little bit more opening into that chest. Inhale. Start to engage the back muscles like you're pulling a bungee cord. Feel the back muscles engaging a little bit more. Take one more up. Hold it there. Give a little wrist, releasing of the wrists. We're going to drop the other hand. Right hand, left arm goes up. Now we're going to exaggerate the breath into the side. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple of times. Start to feel the sensations there. Maybe pause with the hand behind the head. As you inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, you dial your elbow back. Notice the sensations in the side body. Push with the bottom hand. And then finding a twist over to the left. Right hand to the left knee, left fingertips behind you. As you inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, revolve belly, chest, and shoulders slightly back. The inhalation takes you up. The exhalation perhaps take you deeper. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, take both arms up to the sky one more time. Reach up, rise. And as we exhale, we cactus once again. Nicely done. So engaging those back muscles, we're going to start to work oblique side abs as we crunch to one side and then come back to the center and then to the other side. So the hips are not moving, right? It's on that waist that you feel that one side contracting, the other side lengthening. Beautiful. One more time. And then we come back to the center. And this time we're going to bring those elbows a little closer together. And if you can, plug your elbows in like you're doing a prayer pose. Your palms are going up. We're going to take the elbows to one side and gaze to the other, getting a little bit more twist in that thoracic spine. We come back to the center. And then as we exhale, we release our hands down to the knees. Inhale. Let your heart open through the gate of your arms as you open up. As you exhale, you can even brush the backs, the side of your legs out. Inhaling, opening, massaging those thighs. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhaling, opening the heart. The next time you exhale, stay here, and then perhaps you start to circle. Now taking your circle small, noticing the sensations into the lower back. Good. And then we're going to reverse the circle next time you're back. Again, you take the circle pretty small, especially if you have any lower back or neck injuries, right? You want to just be mindful of that so you're not hinging too much. But if you don't, you can make your circles even bigger. And we're going to come back to the center once again. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. And from here, we're going to take the block out of the way and start to engage a little bit more lower body and core. As we pick up those heels, again, up and down, the block is in between your hands. So you start to coordinate upper body, biceps, and lifting the heels and lifting the arms. Elbows are closer to your waist here. We're starting to feel, again, a little bit more into the ankles and toes. We did something similar to this behind the chair. And now we're going to start to pick it up a little bit more. So you start to pick up one leg and then the other. So now feel that you're engaging your core as your navel pulls in. Exhale, pulling up, inhale down. Feeling the quadriceps, these muscles contracting to lift. I'm just adding those arms just to coordinate and make it a little bit more challenging, working your brain. We're going to start to reach the block and the leg. Getting more now into the knee, back of the leg. So when you take it out, when you come back, imagine that you're curling that leg. Heel, dragging back. Inhale, exhale, hug. Last two. Last one. You come back to the center, inhale, pause. Now you can stay here with that block, kind of hugging into the block and adding a gentle twist. Come back to the center and then twist to the other side. Good. Now I'm going to start to add onto this. You can stay here with this twist, or you can start to pick up opposite elbow and knee coming in that direction, right? As you keep your spine nice and tall, you start to add a twist, getting into the side body. In two, and then one. And then we pause back onto the center, roll the heads of the shoulders. I'm going to drop the block to the side. And from here, roll the heads, the shoulders back. As you pick up your right foot, you roll that ankle. I'm just going to take that toes, just like we just did before, but now you have the support. We're setting up for something else. We're just going to extend that leg out to the front. Turn those toes up, heel down, inhale. If you want, you can grab your strap and take it up and over your head as you inhale. And as you exhale, you start to hinge and perhaps you lasso that foot, right? Depending on the size of your strap, you can even use a towel. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, perhaps you walk a little further down. Doesn't have to be too much. You're going to start to get a stretch in the back of your leg. Your toes are pointing up, your heels digging down. Relax the neck and the jaw, soften here. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly engage those quadriceps and bring that strap up. Now from this, I'm going to bend the knee a little bit on this one. Pull the elbows back, keep the chest lifted, and then you extend. So now you're getting into the quadriceps, but you're also getting into your back muscles as you roll here. It's like you're rowing a boat. You're going to pull it back, or maybe you're taming like wild horses here as you pull them back in, but you keep your chest lifted and open. Good. And the next one that goes out, we're going to hold it there, lift the chest, and with your next exhale, can you release the strap? If the leg drops, that's okay. We're all going to let it drop. Now this time we're going to try to pick it up without using the strap. If you can, exhale, pull belly in, chest lifts. And it's like you had a little corset that pulls up and in, supporting the back and wrapping in and lifting. And then you release. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, lift, really engaging your quadricep muscles, keeping them strong. Core is engaged, back sustaining, supporting you. And if you need to hold onto the chair to keep that spine nice and long, you can. We're pulsing it for 3, 2, and 1. Great job. And just relax that ankle, relax the leg. We're going to move a little bit more to the front edge of the chair. I'm just going to turn my position so you can see better. And we're going to start to move it side to side. Excellent. So as you turn your right knee down, you sit at the edge of your chair. You can hold the back of the chair with your left hand, just like you did before. Think about tilting the pelvis back, navel pulls in, spine lengthens, and that's when you're going to get the stretch on that muscle that you just worked here. Now, if you want a little bit more strength, you can tuck the toes and come up. If that felt too much, just stay on your chair. We're going to go up for 3, 2, getting a little bit more strength here, and 1, and perhaps you stretch by reaching that arm up and over, return back to your chair, and allow a little windshield wiping of your legs. We're going to pause here onto the center, let the toes and knees turn out, start to feel your inner legs. So if it feels hard to keep your knees out, just move your feet a little bit closer in. You want to keep your toes and your knees pointing in the same direction. That's the only thing we're looking for here, in the sense that you can feel your inner legs and keep good alignment. Pull the strap apart. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale like you're pulling it apart. Bend your elbows. Just like we did before, we're going to tip it one side and then the other. But now you have the strap. Perhaps you feel it even more. Good. Let's just do that 2 more times. 1 more side on this one. And this is your last one on this side. Great job. And then we release. Roll those shoulders back. And we're going to do that same sequence. We're going to heel toe the feet on the other side. So this time, again, you're going to take that left knee up and down, right? Point and flex. Start to feel that curling. And next time you point the toes up, flex the foot, you're going to drop it there. We're going to take the strap, and again, maybe you take it up, over, and higher, or you just loop it up and over. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your hands perhaps a little down. Again, just be mindful of lower back, of hamstrings. If you have anything going on, you want to stay up a little bit higher, right? The more you hinge, the more you curl those toes, feel the heel pushing down, hip pushing back, the more you're going to get into your hamstrings. Relax the neck and the jaw. And now we're going to hold that strap, and as we exhale, we bring that leg up. Now relax the shoulders, and just starting to bend the knee and extending. So again, this is a little bit more into the tops of the knees, backs of the legs, and then to your back, right? So you bend and you pull back and you extend, push it in, pull it back, chest is lifted. Good. And now from this, take a nice deep breath in. And with your next exhale, release the strap and then let that leg drop. Good. So we're going to try to bring that leg up, really engaging the core and using the quadriceps. So if you need to hold onto the chair to keep that spine nice and long, you can. As you exhale, you're going to pull it up. Right? Feel the navel engaging, the spine stabilizing, and then release. If you don't need the hands, next time you exhale, again, imagine that corset or weightlifting belt that pulls in and up, sustaining and supporting you, and quadriceps engaging. We're going to do that again. Exhale, lift. Nice. Feel the work of those legs. Perhaps you add a little pulsing for 4 and 3. If you need to hold a chair, that's okay. 2 and 1. Great job. And then just relax it out, softening that ankle. We're going to just move again, the same way as we did. to the edge of the chair as we start to do that little windshield wiping. And again, this is a good one for hip mobility. If you stay seated very long, right, you can do this as you're waiting for a meeting or even in the meeting, why not? Right, and then you can get this opening in your hips. All right, so from this, we're gonna tuck the pelvis again, back, navel pulls in, lengthen. You hold the back of the chair to get this really nice stretch. If this bothers your toes, put a block or a blanket under it. And from holding the back of the chair with your next exhale, press into the foot and lift yourself up. And we're gonna go up and down for 4 and 3 if you want that strength. Otherwise, you're seated on the chair and just engaging and using your breath to go deeper. And perhaps on one, you're gonna keep that knee reaching down, that arm reaching up to get a nice side body stretch. Beautiful. And then we come back to the center. Excellent. Just having that strap close by. Once again, having your feet wider. And we're gonna take that goddess pose or cactus arms one more time. You're gonna inhale, take your arms up. As we exhale, we're gonna pull it apart. So feel the core engaging, chest lifting, and tip it over to the right, come back to the center, and then tip it over to the left. Good. Now I'm gonna add one more thing. We're gonna tip it to the right, hold it to the right, and I'll do a little flossing of your shoulders. So just the elbows move. Feel that the right hand pulls more, the left hand pulls more. We come back to the center, and we're gonna do that tipping to the other side. Left hand pulls more, right hand pulls more. So feeling that sensation there. And then we come back to the center and release. Great job. So working onto the shoulders, the side body. And we're going to start to heel toe our feet a little closer together. Excellent. I'm going to cross the right foot in front of the left. So we're starting to come into our Garudasana arm. So we're going to cross perhaps onto the knees. Feel that hugging of the legs. Great job, guys. Now from here, you're going to inhale and open your wings. As we exhale, we're going to cross the right under the left. And just feeling yourself into that self-hug. Perhaps you lift your elbows or the backs of the hands or the front of the hands together. Find a nice little lifting of the spine. Elbows can go to one side, gaze to the other, getting a little bit more opening into the back. And as you inhale, you're going to reach your arms, open it out. And now this time, you're going to grab your strap. So grab the strap. Yes. Grab the strap with your left hand. The left hand's going to go up and over your head. The right thumb comes down and it's going to slide onto your back to hold that strap. Try to bring your elbows up perhaps a little closer together. And now we're coming into Gomukhasana cow face pose. So sometimes the elbows are going to be to the side. Ideally with time, right? Doesn't have to be today. The elbows stay more closer to the spine and elbows up closer to the head. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel a little tugging, opening. And as we exhale, we start to hinge. And just be mindful when you start to hinge, it's going to start to get into your hips as well. With your next exhale, we're going to release the strap and let the hands come to the front of that shin. Bring that leg a little closer up and closer up. Roll the ankle. And now we're going to start to come into a figure 4, getting into the glutes. So you can pause at any point. With time, the shin becomes more parallel to the floor, knee moving away, chest coming closer to get more into those right glutes. You can roll that ankle, relax the head and the neck. And if you want to give it a little massage into the ball of the foot, if you have it there, you can press into that kidney meridian. It's like from pushing down. And you can start to move into that inner arch between the bony part and your ankle, or give it a little squeeze there as you move the hands up. Maybe pause closer to the knee. It feels good to give it there, and just brushing the hands all the way up. And then when you're ready, we're going to release and come all the way up and let that foot relax. Again, take your time perhaps to do a little windshield wiping before we start the other side. Heel toe your feet. We're going to cross the left ankle in front of the right. Anytime, you can always stay here. If you want more, you start to cross the knee. And the idea is like a corkscrew that you hug your legs, core starts to engage, chest starts to lift. You open your wings, Garudasana, eagle arms. And you're going to take your left this time under the right, and you give yourself a self hug. You can stay with the elbows shoulder height, or backs of the hands or front together. It really doesn't matter where you keep it, but just feeling that opening, a little bit of a twist, a little bit more engagement. And then as you inhale, you're going to open your arms out. And this time you hold the strap with your right hand, and your left thumb comes to the side, palm, back of the hand comes down to find the end of that strap. So finding that tail. So kind of like from the back, it can look something like that as you bring it in. And again, adjusting the elbow up, the shoulder down, walking the hands closer in or shortening that strap to feel more tightness. Your choice. Take one more breath in. And as we exhale, we start to hinge a little bit forward. Noticing the breath, the opening in the chest, the arms, shoulders. And with your next exhale, release. Let your hands come to the front of the shin, and you decide where you want to stop, here, or going a little further up, or even a little bit more parallel. Rolling the ankle, hinging a little bit more. And if you have access to your foot, if you want, you can take it and give it a little bit more love there, massaging the feet and pressing again into that big toe mound and tracing it into the inner arch between the bony part and your heel. You push it up and through, giving a little massage. And again, it can be tapping, it can be rolling, kneeling. You're just going to come closer, perhaps to the knees, in and outside, and then continue to brush it onto your inner leg. Great job. And from here, we release once again. And we're going to locate our block this time to bring it between the legs. Hug that block, roll the heads of the shoulders, and then to a modified camel, lifting the heart. So we're going to take those fingertips behind, roll the heads of the shoulders, and hug your elbows in, and feel your chest like a periscope reaching up. So it's not to dump into the back, but pulling the navel in, and the sternum has a string to it, allowing it to go up. Beautiful. And as we exhale, we release, keeping that block between the legs. We're going to start to come into our squat series, shifting the weight more to the heels. Again, when we're doing squats, it's something that we do in our daily life. When you get out of the chair, the couch, go to the bathroom, all these are squats, right? So doing it in a way that feels more sustainable to you, stronger, right? And proper alignment. So the weight is going to be on your heels. You can take your hands to the chair to support. You can have your hands in front onto a desk or something. You can cross your arms. You can even reach your hands forward. When you come down, think about reaching that right hand back, like you're going to grab something back there, you're going to come up. So adding rotation to your twist, which is, again, something else that we do every day, right? When something falls behind the couch, the chair, or a seat, you want to grab it, right? And it's just like feeling that twist motion. We're going to come all the way up as you hug your blocks. And now we're going to take it from between and move behind the chair. Anytime that you feel that you still need to return to your chair to do the next ones, you can always do that. We're just going to walk our feet a little further back, soften into your knees. Imagine there's a rope there that's holding you up so your spine gets nice and long. You can let your head drop kind of between your arms if that works for you. And if dropping the head is uncomfortable, you can always keep your head a little bit higher up. You pedal your feet, you move it around a little bit. We're going to slide that left foot forward. Keep the right foot back, and you're getting into a runner stretch as you pump that heel back. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, hold it there. Walk your hands up to the seat. And when you feel ready, we're going to open it up. Right hand, left hand, maybe you hold it here for your warrior one. And as you exhale, release your hands back to the chair. We're going to shimmy the back foot a little further. Back foot's into angle, right knee, left knee and ankle lining forward. So you feel this opening in your legs. Left hand can stay in your chair, right hand reaches back into your warrior two. So feeling your inner legs pulling, the side body lifting, and perhaps you take the front hand away from the chair. Turn your palms up, feel the reach. And if you don't need the chair, reach both hands up as you extend that leg. Otherwise, that hand's on the chair supporting you. Inner legs pulling together in that triangle base. As you exhale, you bend. And perhaps your forearms rest and you roll your shoulder back, opening into your heart. Extended side angle variation here. And the hand is onto the back to remind you to open the chest. This is an open twist. And then when it's ready for you, we're gonna let the back hand reach and pull you back. And back to your warrior two, we're gonna reset into that down dog. As we slide the front foot back, you pedal the feet. I'm just gonna turn around so I don't turn my back to you. And now this time it's your right foot that goes forward. You feel a little pumping on that left heel. And when it's right for you, supporting the hands, start to lift the heart, engage your core. Just making sure that your right foot is a little bit more to the right so you're not in a tightrope, and then allowing one hand and perhaps both to reach up. Chest facing forward, hips facing forward, like you had headlights on your hips. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands to the chair and opening the back foot a little bit more if you can to feel those inner legs, the outside blade of the foot. Back foot is a little bit in an angle, but the right knee and toes are pointing straight forward. Left hand can go out, right hand, and start to feel the side body sustaining the inner legs, the outside of those legs firming down, crown of the head reaching straight up. If it works for you, turn your palms up, relaxing your shoulders. And as you inhale, extending the front leg and reaching up, anywhere up for you, triangle base. And as we exhale, we go back into that warrior two to transition, hinging slightly forward, hand or forearm. You can even support the side of the head here, or bring that hand to the base of the chair, wherever works for you, but roll that left shoulder back. Finding any version here that works for you for your extended side angle. We're going to let the back hand pull us up. Inhale back to your warrior two. And as we exhale, slowly slide that foot all the way to the front. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. And we're going to play here with a little opening, just like we did seated on the chair. So if you prefer to go back to your chair, you can. Otherwise, you bring your hands behind, support, hug your elbows a little closer in, and feel lifting of the heart. So it's a modified camel pose, chest opening as our theme of the week. And as we exhale, release. Let yourself come back to the center. And from this, just picking up that left heel off the floor. And just think about floating here. If you can, you're going to drop your left toes down. Heel is into the inseam. Or if you prefer to work with the block, you take the block under those toes and let the heel push in into your tree pose. Core is engaged, chest is lifted, and then allowing your branches to grow. Any form or way that works for you. You can take your hands into a mudra, but feel that you're rooting down to rise up. As you exhale, release. And we're going to start to shift the weight to the other side. So take that foot step. You can move the block slightly to the side into an angle. And perhaps just picking your foot off, so you're just floating that foot for a second or two, just to feel that you can transfer the weight a little bit more to the left. And then as you exhale, let your toes land. And you can decide if you want the entire foot on the block on this side, or slide that heel a little bit more into the inseam of the legs, just where you did that gentle massage as we walk those hands up the legs. Again, ground, root down, compacting hips, chest, and branches growing. Or if you need the chair is right there for you. You can always bring your hands. Anytime you feel that you're ready to slide that foot a little further up, it might just happen. As you exhale, release it all the way down. Beautiful work, guys. We're going to come back to our chair to close our practice. And just allowing your body to release all the way back, sitting on the back, and perhaps closing your eyes. And take a nice deep breath through the nose and a big sigh through the mouth. Feeling for all the hard work you put into your practice today. As we soften the muscles in the face, around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue. Release to the back of the throat, down the shoulders, the elbows, fingertips. And the heart feels light, and the belly feels light. As your hips continue to release heavily, backs of the knees, heels to toes. If you're happy where you are, you can stay longer. But if you feel like moving, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes as you deepen the breath. And a big sigh. We're going to close with Mandala Mudra, having the left fingertips under the right, the thumbs together, and the hands kind of rest in front of the belly. Shoulders are relaxed. It's a mudra that balances all the energies in the body, the chakras, balancing the will and the surrender. Feeling all the balance in your body, the harmony. In this new moon, new beginnings, as you shed things that no longer serve you, as you create space for new and positive things to come. Let it manifest. The mantra that goes with this mudra, I am whole and complete, exactly as I am. I am whole and complete, exactly as I am. I am whole and complete, exactly as I am. Bring your palms together, feeling whole and complete with those light and blessings shining even brighter. Thumbs to the forehead, together we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'm just going to stop the recording. If you have any questions out, just let me know.